Choose your fighter!
Welcome everyone to the grand opening of the Krusty Krab 2!
We paid $9 for this?
I paid 10.
Yes, welcome to the grand opening of the Krusty Krab in The Sims 4. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Zach, and I like to play games and be creative, and today I decided to build the Krusty Krab in The Sims 4. I've been building Bikini Bottom in Oasis Springs and transforming the entire world. And so today it was time to build the amazing Krusty Krab. I've already done Spongebob, I've already done Patrick, and I've already done Squidward and all of their houses. You can check those out on my channel. I'll also link them down below. I also have art and creative stuff going on there, so definitely subscribe. Now, this entire world is going to be base game, so I was kind of struggling to find wallpaper and a roof swatch that worked well and looked like the Krusty Krab in the show. I do not leave it this dark. I do find one that matches a little bit better, but I definitely do not leave it the dark. Right there, I'm taking it to the nice light wood panel to kind of match that wooden chest vibe. Now, growing up, SpongeBob was my absolute favorite show. Nothing could take SpongeBob away from me. And to this day, I still have a SpongeBob pillow. I still watch SpongeBob cartoons to this day. And the Krusty Krab, it will never be forgotten. The only thing I do have to say about SpongeBob is the episodes that they make now are not the same as when I used to watch as a kid. They're not as good. I gotta be honest. So, of course, we have the flags that go across the Krusty Krab, and I decided to use pride flags because obviously we have to show our pride here at the Krusty Krab and show our support to, you know, everyone. One thing I really struggled to find as well in the base game was that rope crossing pattern, something that I could put on the side of the building. When I looked through debug though, I found these like white picket fence pieces. So I decided to use those, and I think it worked pretty well. I also pulled out a few things that I thought I might need later in the build, like those boxes. I grabbed that big billboard in case I needed it for the shell sign, but I go with something a little bit different. Now, if y'all were in, you know, the world of SpongeBob in Bikini Bottom under the sea, would y'all work at the Bikini Bottom, or would y'all work at the Chum Bucket? I think I would have to work at, you know, I think I'd have to work at the Krusty Krab, or at least eat there. I would not, never go to the Chum Bucket. here you can see I am creating a sign here. I found a stick in debug and I sized it way up, and then we don't have a shell, so I added a fish on a plaque because what else would I use? Thought that was pretty interesting idea. Now on the inside, I found a few swatches of, you know, wood and wall that I thought looked nice, but in the end I left it with this really nice like green flooring because that matched the picture really well. Here I'm adding the like beams that go across the ceiling. If you don't know how to do this without a wall or a fence already being there, just draw a fence in, like one of the little flat ones, and then add the beams, and then you can remove the fence and the beams stay there and the room stays divided. Of course, we had to have the infamous boat cash register. It does not stay looking like this pile of trash. We use a bathtub and make it look like an amazing wooden boat here in a second. I do not have dine out in this save, so if you had dine out, you definitely could change this into a restaurant, a working restaurant. You might have to remove this boat structure that I made here and just add a normal cash register, but you could definitely play in the Krusty Krab. I found that black chalkboard and I thought it matched the little sign menu in the Krusty Krab perfectly, so I put that up on the wall, and then I put that rectangle window there to kind of emulate the hole in the wall for the orders. Now I initially divide up the back into 3 different rooms. We have all the way in the far left, we have Mr. Krab's office. Then in the middle, we have the kitchen, of course. And then on the right, we have the infamous bathroom. Before we move on to those rooms, though, I did want to fill in some of the furniture here. With this being a Sims 4 lot, obviously we have some requirements, and one of the challenges that I set for myself is to not set any of the lots to generic. So this one I set to a bar. One episode of Spongebob, there was a lemonade stand in the Krusty Krab, so I figured we could just say, you know what, we'll call that Mr. Krab's lemonade stand. He's making some extra cash. Of course, I did skimp on these chairs. I did get the cheap handcrafted chairs because Mr. Krabs would not be spending any more money on those seats, and I didn't have barrel seats to match the picture, so I just went with the cheap ones. And of course I had to give Squidward a stool. The bar does work, it does function perfectly fine. The bartender will go up to it, make drinks, and kind of set them, I believe, on just random tables. It might be on like one table that the bartender constantly sets them on, but it does work perfectly fine. Now we are moved on to the infamous bathroom, which only has 2 stalls and a couple of lockers. So I remove a couple of those stalls. I did the stalls by placing half walls and then placing with move objects some doors on those half walls. The Sims can walk through them, use the bathroom just fine. They have privacy and everything, just like they were full walls. I add the sink, I add a barrel trash can, and that is the bathroom pretty much done. I do have a confession to make about the kitchen. I thought it would work the way that I placed the furniture, but I forgot an actual counter, first and foremost, and second of all, the bathtub is clipping through the wall, so if you put really anything up where that part is clipping through the wall, nothing works right there. So the version of this build that is on the gallery is slightly messed up. If you want to use the kitchen in this build, then you do have to kind of adjust it, move the stove to a place that it works. You'll see me at the end of this video kind of mess around with it, and you'll see my little trial and error process that I had to go through to fix it in the end. But if you just place it where you see it at the end of the video, then it'll work just fine. The little subdivision that I had to do in this room, you will see in just a moment. It is a very important room in this build.
Holy shrimp!
But yes, we had to include the amazing patty vault. Now, we don't have patties to put in it, so I just put a few boxes and some shelves to make it look similar to the patty vault. But, you know what? We'll use our imaginations. Now, here is Mr. Krab's office, and he does have flags to match the ones on the outside, so of course, he is a big supporter of the community. We have his blueprints for the Krabby Patty, his little secret recipe on his desk, and then of course a Duffalo cache. But, like I said, you're going to see me kind of futz around with the kitchen, kind of fix it. Pretty much that's going to be it for this build. So if you want to just continue and watch to the end and see me play with Spongebob in the build, that's great. If not, I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Like I said, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.